My name's Ben Malbrough. I'm the director of the Bayou Freshwater District, and I want to thank whoever nominated me for this. It's a very humbling recognition to be awarded the Big Achiever for this year. I grew up in the sprawling metropolis of Berg, Louisiana, just south of Houma. Grew up on Bayou Little Caillou, spent a lot of time down in Chauvin, down in Cocodrie. Most of my family's from Little Caillou, Chauvin, and the east side of Houma. So being involved in civic organizations, once again, comes down from growing up and watching not only my mom and dad be involved in civic organizations and activities, but aunts and uncles and cousins. We come from a very large, close family, and you know, it's something that's kind of been ingrained in our DNA that whatever you can, whether it be time or treasure, give back to the communities that you live in, and that helped get you to where you are, and have helped create what successes you have had throughout your, not just life, but professional career. So it's been definitely something that's deep-rooted in family principles since I was a wee ute, like we like to say. So in 2012, a career change that I felt was necessary and timely and appropriate, and I'll be totally honest, at the time I was scared to death to make that move from the private sector over to the government side of things. But you know, now looking back 9 years later, I don't know why or what drove me to make that decision, but I'm very, very, very grateful that something pushed me over the edge to take that leap of faith, to move over from the private side to the government side, and ultimately that brought me to the Bayou Region again, back home, back to my roots, working on something that I've always been very, very passionate about, saving the coast. And so I'm married to one of the most beautiful women in the world, Jennifer, formerly Jennifer DuPont. We have 3 wonderful kids, beautiful children. Hudson's 11, and then I have 2 daughters, Harper and Holland, and they're 10 and 6 respectively. Those 4 combined are what drives me every day to continue doing the work that we're doing. We love living here. I want to always be able to live here, not just for me and Jennifer, but for Hudson, Harper, and Holland to be able to live here. And you know, one thing that's incredible, and one thing I love about this, not just this community, but this entire region, is that you can knock us down, but we're not going to stay down, okay? And we're going to fight. And it's in our blood, it's in our DNA, it's really the only thing we know what to do. I always think it's extremely important to give back when you can, however you can. And I've always, you know, had the mantra of, you know, I'm not a person who can, you know, stroke, unfortunately, not yet. I can't stroke a $25,000 check or give some major financial contribution. But, you know, one of the things that I always like to volunteer my time, you can always find me cooking something somewhere for some event, and I you know, I typically have a really difficult time telling anyone no. One, because I enjoyed physically cooking, and it's something that I'm really passionate about and I love. But also it's an opportunity for me to give back to people, to the community, to organizations that have done so much to help me and my family. And being recognized as the Big Achiever is obviously extraordinarily humbling. I'm not a limelight. I don't like to be in the spotlight. I much prefer to be the behind-the-scenes kind of guy. But honestly, it really truly is humbling to, one, be nominated, and then have peers vote to recognize you as a Big Achiever, as someone who has in some way, shape, or form impacted someone in the community.